We have our eye on iDrive.
We're exploring the evolution of International Drive in the heart of tourist Mecca, Orlando.
That's right, Scott. Big changes are here and more are on the way.
And thanks so much for joining us. I'm Allison Walker right here in the center of iDrive and the Orlando Eye. Now, Scott Weiss is at Fun Spot on the north end, and in the heart of iDrive 360, our Virginia Johnson. Get ready to explore what's becoming one of the most visited hotspots in the entire country. South of downtown Orlando, International Drive stretches 10.5 miles. Universal Orlando is just to the west, SeaWorld is to the south, and Walt Disney World is just a few more miles away. Orlando is known as the theme park Mecca, and it's setting records. More than 62 million visitors came to the City Beautiful last year, making it, get this, the most visited tourist destination in the country. So what's the reason for the boom? Visit Orlando says evolution and expansion. Universal Orlando opens Diagon Alley. Walt Disney World completed New Fantasyland, and now they just opened Orlando Eye and iDrive 360 here at iDrive. Our David Bowden has been watching all the growth. So, David, developers, they have their eye on International Drive.
That's right, Allison. Developers say the word is expansion. They want to go up, around, and all out to make this the next premier entertainment destination.
The future is looking bright for iDrive. The "if you build it, they will come" frame of mind is proving to be a winning business plan for entrepreneurs, and visitors will reap the benefit. Orange County property appraiser Rick Singh says International Drive is becoming a destination with its own identity.
No other county in the world has 7 theme parks, 84,000 hotel rooms, 14,000 timeshare units that get sold on a weekly basis.
Gone are many of the failing businesses and restaurants, only to be replaced by new attractions waiting to draw tourists and locals alike. Singh says all of those visitors are key to iDrive's success and the draw for new investors to come and make their impact on our area.
We've just crossed the $1.5 billion of new construction right here in Orange County. A great significant portion of that is right here in this iDrive corridor.
From new eateries to fun family-style recreation, iDrive is looking to change its identity.
Have you seen in your career a renaissance like this before?
No, this is very unique. It's very unique. It's very complex, but I think it's very, very instrumental in the resurgence of the entire area.
And Singh says the potential for growth seems endless.
It's a tremendous amount of retail space. Most people don't realize that if you took the Millennium Mall, the Fashion Square Mall, the West Oaks Mall, and the Florida Mall, combine them all, they still would not compare to the square footage of retail space that we have right here in iDrive.
There are a number of businesses that are hoping to pull people in. Alejandro Pizzini is the chief operating officer of the AMP Group, a developer whose humble beginnings in a perfume store have grown to 2 shopping centers on iDrive, including a soon-to-come Latin-inspired grocery store and this 65,000 square foot NASCAR kart racing attraction.
We've created over 350 jobs over the last few years, direct jobs, not including our construction jobs within our properties.
Allison, creating those jobs is just the beginning in creating a strong infrastructure for the future of iDrive.
And David, right behind me is a towering example of that growth. And the Orlando Eye is now spinning on iDrive, and what a grand opening celebration. Daredevil Nick Wallenda walked on top of the spinning 400-foot high observation wheel, and this time no balancing pole and no safety gear. The Orlando Eye is the largest of its kind on the East Coast and is quickly becoming the driving force behind iDrive's evolution.
The Orlando Eye is alive.
I'm just so excited about it.
Locals can see their city like never before.
There's the theme parks, and now we have this.
Your 30-minute journey begins with a few photo ops in front of green screens. Grab your 3D glasses, and you're watching an inspiring 4-minute 4D film celebrating Florida and imagination. A few steps outside, and your chariot awaits.
It's going to be a crazy experience.
But crazy isn't the intent. In fact, designers say this experience is a tranquil escape, something even the Bachelor and his new wife are loving.
So you guys can get your own little capsule and just
Yeah, it'll be really romantic.
Inside are Bose speakers, and the music is much like you'd get at a spa.
So who would have thought from Orlando that you can clearly see the vehicle assembly building, and then over there, yeah, that's downtown Orlando. I can even see Hogwarts Castle, and back there, the hot air balloon at downtown Disney. We are right now 400 feet high.
I can't wait to see all of Orlando, see what it looks like from up top.
You're moving at 1 mile per hour in a first-of-its-kind gondola, a prototype.
We've had to get over a lot of design issues. The main one was the cabin stability.
But no matter what you and the 14 others do in here, you'll hardly feel that you're in motion.
I've never been anything on like that before.
I'm really, really excited, yeah.
Now, during the day, the Orlando Eye is white, but at night, the wheel's lights, they range in a variety of colors. Like the Dr. Phillips Center and Amway Center in downtown Orlando, Merlin officials say this wheel can be lit for holidays and other special occasions. So, Virginia, the Orlando Eye, it's just one of the new attractions opening here at iDrive 360.
That's right, Allison, and it's quite a spectrum of attractions, from flesh-eating bugs to celebrity sightings. Now starring Jimmy Fallon, Madame Tussauds is known worldwide. Of course, it features lifelike wax figures from A-list celebrities to world-renowned history makers. And there's 7 themed rooms at the Orlando attraction. One is dedicated to Florida celebrities. And you're encouraged to get up close and touch them, which leads to some interesting finds at the end of the day.
Our guests get really excited to see our figures, so we find lipstick on their cheeks, their wax and their paint, so some small scratches that we can fix on the floor.
And they do touch-ups each morning, makeup, hair, and sometimes even replacing an ear or two. Madame Tussauds is open 365 days a year and is right next to the Orlando Eye. Also new at iDrive 360, Skeletons, Animals Unveiled. You can explore more than 400 real skeletons of a variety of animal species, including humans. And get this, they also have flesh-eating beetles, which museum operators say help to get the job done. You can also enjoy the waters of the world right here at iDrive 360. Go underwater and check out some pretty cool creatures and come face to face with sharks. Welcome to Sea Life. Water. It's our playground, our source for fun, food, even fossil fuels. But to these creatures, it's just home.
We have about 5,000 different fish and 450 species, so it's a very diverse collection.
We got a behind-the-scenes look as the aquarium workers immerse themselves in last-minute preparations for these fine fish. Sea Life Aquarium has 32 different habitats, many of which are interactive, like this one, a little learning through fun for children.
There's a lot of pop-ups, things you can crawl in and get up inside and actually be immersed in the habitat.
All the major waters of the earth are covered at Sea Life.
This is the 180-degree tunnel in the Atlantic section, and it's home to about 1,000 fish, so it's packed full of Atlantic species.
Also covered the Pacific and the Indian Ocean. In addition to that, a little bit of the Everglades.
The Everglades, the headwaters, is right here at Shingle Creek, literally a couple miles from here. So it's I don't know if all people that live in Orlando realize that the water usage here and that the way they use water and in this area in Central Florida directly affects the Everglades.
These animals represent the beauty of our wet world. Sea Life Aquarium hopes this learning through fun model will help to preserve our oceans for generations to come. Now, Scott and Allison, they're also going to have touch tanks filled with animals like sea urchins and starfish. More fun for the little ones.
Definitely some unique things to do. Thanks, Virginia. And Scott, what do you have coming up?
Allison, we are going to hit the staples of iDrive, those places which have survived the test of time and thrived keeping up with the evolving iDrive. And just a little bit later, they're calling it the world's tallest roller coaster. We'll go to Las Vegas and check out what's still to come on iDrive.
Now, with the surge of new energy and new attractions on iDrive, those who've been around for a while are strategizing on how to stay relevant.
International Drive was put on the map by California developer George Millay, who is credited with creating SeaWorld in 1973 and Wet n Wild in 1977. It's here on the north end of iDrive where another man has made a name for himself. In a land of giant theme parks, John Airey has proven that his vision is huge. Fun Spot owner John Airey Sr.'s backyard overlooks the skyline of International Drive. You may know the family from that famous tagline, "It's huge." Yet you may not know the Oviedo native actually got his start at the Little 500 in Maitland. While attending Seminole Junior College, John Airey Sr. learned the value of making a dollar on wheels. While the mustache came and went,
I had a mustache until about 3 years ago.
So did the parks Airey owned in Myrtle Beach, Virginia Beach, and Ocean City, Maryland. Spinning back the hands of time, one of the half-dozen parks Airey owned and sold, the now shuttered Fun and Wheels, will become home to the new Skyplex.
We don't worry about our competition. We say that Central Florida is the draw, and the more we have down here, the better off we're going to all be.
Not ones to rest, John Airey Sr. and son John Jr. earlier this decade expanded their iDrive location from 5 acres to 15. To keep maintenance costs low, Airey had the White Lightning built with a steel structure that looks like wood. Plus, he manufactures his own railings used at the park. Keeping finances on the upswing, several new attractions thrilled riders elsewhere first before coming to iDrive. And there are several more attractions on the way.
We're still looking at water parks. We're definitely leaning towards a dark ride with an old Florida theme.
The Fun Spot has 15 more acres to develop, yet you only have to look at the bottom of the pool at the Airey family home to see the Fun Spot is on the map to stay.
It's huge!
The Fun Spot has more room to grow. The Airey family owns 25 acres of untouched land around International Drive. Now, let's talk 124 acres. That's how much of iDrive is filled with shopping. That's 5.4 million square feet of shop till you drop. Everything from t-shirt and souvenir shops to an entire outlet mall, the Orlando International Premium Outlets, where you can find brand names for less. Point Orlando is another place filled with shops and an IMAX movie theater, plus some of the best dining. Virginia, there are more than 340 restaurants all along iDrive.
That's right, Scott. You can pretty much get anything you want. Want Chinese? Check. Thai? Totally. Brazilian? But of course, that's because it's iDrive, and they have everything here, even Ethiopian. Whatever your taste, whatever your budget, there's something for you to eat on International Drive, where hundreds of restaurants line the 11-mile street vying for visitors, fighting to stay sharp in this competitive atmosphere. They all stack up together for that rule of economics.
Business begets business.
Chefs have been performing at Kobe Japanese Steakhouse on iDrive for more than 25 years.
I think that's our advantage, is really our people and how we're able to make it all come together all at once in front of your eyes.
For about $30, you can watch this meal come together, each chef with their own personal style. General Manager Trong Lee says it's the employees that make Kobe special, and their tight-knit group relishes the iDrive competition.
It makes us feel motivated to do better, to make sure that we can compete with all the big guys out here, being that we're a family restaurant.
And they're not the only ones.
When are you ever going to get a chance to be able to be playing arm to arm with the big boys?
The original Funky Monkey is in downtown Orlando, but owners tell us when they had the opportunity to open a second location here on iDrive, they jumped at it.
It's all chains. Most everything along iDrive is corporate business, and it would be nice to have something independent, something that's representative of Orlando and Central Florida, and not, something that can be found anywhere.
Nicholas Olivieri says their unique sign draws would-be diners in.
And they want to get their picture taken with the monkey behind them.
And then they see the wide range of menu choices, like their pistachio-crusted in-house smoked mozzarella salad with Asian pears.
I mean, sushi, steak, seafood, wine, liquor. You know, we have a little bit of everything. You want a giant tomahawk steak that's $68, we've got that. But if you want a burger for $12, we've got that too.
Erica Garcia says their strategy at the Fruity Waffle is to offer something different in the fast food realm.
You know, the regular place, they sell burgers, fries, you know.
Their niche, quesadillas and smoothies, a hit with Latin Americans, and waffles, popular with Europeans.
You know, salty waffle with fruit, with ice cream, plains. Wow, these people say, oh my God, this place is amazing because it's not regular, you know.
The tiny space and tiny menu keep their prices tiny too. Everything at the Fruity Waffle is under $10. Specialty items are also working for another sweet spot.
Everything that we bake is freshly made from scratch.
Hector Correa is mixing up a batch of peanut butter cupcakes at the Cupcake Lounge. He'll cook dozens of cupcakes every day. Flavors like strawberry, raspberry, chocolate Oreo, and red velvet.
Oh yes, we got pastries, we got little fruits here to eat, salads, sandwiches.
There's nothing here over $5. And thanks to that iDrive foot traffic, there's almost always someone passing by.
It's a nice place to just hang out, grab something sweet to eat, drink a tea, and relax. Yeah.
Restaurant managers tell us there are 3 types of diners: conventioneers who have expense accounts and they're ready to impress, tourists who are trying to get a break from the parks, and locals who come year-round. And don't count out fast food. McDonald's is also an attraction on iDrive. The French fry box McDonald's on the corner of International Drive and Sand Lake Road will be replaced by what the company is calling a state-of-the-art world's largest entertainment McDonald's. It's set to open in spring 2016. Coming up, even bigger plans are in store for iDrive.
It's unlike anything Orlando has seen before. In Las Vegas, you'll find the basis of the roller coaster. We'll go for a ride coming up.
Plus, if you want to party like an A-lister along iDrive, we're taking you inside the hottest nightclubs. iDrive continues after the break. Right, Jen? Yeah. The evolution of iDrive means the nightlife better be fresh, fierce, and hotter than ever. The developers of this first club claim it's going to be one of the most popular nightclubs in the entire country. Now, we're talking about Mangoes, which is not just a live music club, but a non-stop series of shows never before seen or heard in Central Florida.
Let's do this thing. Turn it up.
If it closed 7, we're rolling 7. If it closed 12 p.m. tomorrow, we rolling.
When Mangoes opens in Orlando, the massive space will have a bunch of rooms with wildly different themes. The main floor during the day is fit for family and kids, but when the sun sets, adults get to play. What do you project the rest of your night to be like? Crazy. So that there's the Bachelorette. Don't be surprised if at Mangoes you find 2 others, like she did. Here's the bride-to-be after hours.
This is a huge margarita.
This is his.
That you have to have because it's 4 drinks in one. Everybody will look at you when you're having this.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm taking it.
Evidently, there's a common goal around here.
I want to see the gas with this shirt off. With all off.
What turns you on?
I'm gonna go with the salsa dance.
Mangoes, that's where we are.
If you can believe it, this used to be an apartment building, right? So from the Buddha room to the Mojito room, ours, if you can imagine, is going to be about 4 times the size. So we're here in Miami Beach, but happening back here in Orlando, just south of Mangoes, is a different kind of live music joint. Tin Roof is near the base of the Orlando Eye. Whether you're eyeing the signature drinks or rockstar noshes, locals have their own reason for playing here.
And there's beer.
It's buzzing. The whole town is just buzzing from it. It's awesome. It's a great place to bar hop because you can literally just walk down the street and hit up different places.
Like Cowgirls Rock Bar next door, but it's not ready yet. McFadden's, though, is open.
We've never had an Irish experience. It's really cool. It's an Irish experience.
And we had to clear the dance floor to show you just how big it is in here.
But this place is going to be in and out like insane. They got entertainment that the rest of iDrive doesn't have.
A few miles north at Artagon Marketplace is an even bigger venue. Toby Keith's I Love This Bar and Grill. Country music meets the Orlando Float.
Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. All right, you're good. Cut him. Nice. One more. Okay.
And moonshine.
Oh, yeah. That's how it's nice. It's new. It's good. It's great.
And unlike these ladies, if you don't want to dance, just take a load off.
Probably sit down. I'll let them dance.
Now, all but 2 of these hot spots are rocking as we speak. Cowgirls Rock Bar is scheduled to open up this month. Mango's is shooting for a Labor Day soft opening. Now, there are some other big openings still ahead for iDrive, of course. So, Scott, the skyline, it's not going to stay stagnant for long.
Allison, the Orlando Eye is the newest beacon on the iDrive skyline, yet even the taller attractions will continue the race for the sky. With a preview of what to expect in the years to come, I traveled to Las Vegas, where one developer is bringing the best of the West home to Florida. This abandoned lot is Joshua Wallach's Field of Dreams.
It still has sort of the go-kart track, and this was the arcade back in the day.
The Miami-based developer relocated to Central Florida for this.
You'll escalator up 3 floors to the Sky Plaza Promenade, and you'll see the skyscraper and Skyfall coming down the whole 9 yards.
Named Skyplex, the site at Sand Lake Road and iDrive will feature a 570-foot-tall tower with an observation deck, a rotating restaurant, a drop ride, and the world's tallest roller coaster at 500 feet.
We've absolutely spared no expense in creating one of the most dynamic and exhilarating roller coasters in the world.
To get a preview of what's ahead, we head not to an Orlando theme park or a metropolis like New York or Paris, rather west to Las Vegas. At 1,149 feet tall, the Stratosphere Tower is the United States' tallest freestanding observation tower.
Okay, it's nice. It's nice.
Complete with thrill rides.
Now I have a butterflies in my stomach. I mean, oh my God.
I can relate to Jake from South Korea. Needing nerves of steel is essential, according to ride engineering manager Jeff Gonzalez.
It plays off your fear of heights. Yeah, it adds to it.
All around Las Vegas, you see this thing in the air, and you see people spinning off it.
Wallach says his drop ride, named Skyfall, will keep 16 riders at a time on the edge of their seats.
You're going to get up to 460 feet, and it's just going to stop, and it's going to hold you there and build anticipation, and then it's just a free fall at 90 miles an hour back down.
Skyfall is based on Zumanjaro Drop of Doom that opened last summer at Six Flags Great Adventure. Skyplex will offer an observation platform just like this one at the Stratosphere, where visitors gaze at the horizon and snap photos.
There's a rail up there, so you're not having to get real close to the edge, and you can kind of feel safer.
Hungry for more? Wallach says he can fix that in Orlando.
It has a rotating dining room, and we're looking to do a really high-end, hot concept up there.
The Stratosphere's rotating top-of-the-world restaurant makes a complete revolution every 70 minutes.
It's a great atmosphere.
And what about that polar coaster? From the Stratosphere, we make the drive to the famed Circus Casino. The foundation of what will become the skyscraper is already in the works here in Las Vegas at Circus with the El Loco. Let's go for a ride.
The 90-degree drop is obviously, that's the reason you ride it in the first place.
Try not to get dizzy.
It's really
a unique, different roller coaster. The small vehicles really change and enhance the ride experience.
Tom Nolan is the Vice President of Operations at the Adventure Dome.
The outward turn, the barrel roll, and then they go upside down back into the station. I'm very proud of the ride.
The track formation back in Orlando will defy the laws of physics.
Not just 90 degrees, it is 123 degrees going in and then out.
I can't wait for it to come to Orlando.
They just hang you there. Like instead of thinking they put you through it real fast, they go, oh, we're going to hang you here for a bit before we drop you again. When's this going to open? And I will be there to ride that ride.
As far as the test pilot, my dad is a test pilot.
Joshua Wallach hopes to break ground on the Skyplex by the end of the year. Now that's right around a time when a 420-foot tall Starflyer spinning swing ride will open on the north side of the Orlando Eye's parking lot. 24 riders and 12 double seats will spin around a center tower to a height of more than 400 feet, all with their legs dangling in midair. And move over, Manta and Kraken. There's a new beast headed to town next May. You'll want to hold on tight for SeaWorld Orlando's new roller coaster. At 200 feet tall, SeaWorld promises the ride will be Orlando's tallest, fastest, and longest roller coaster. So there's still lots to come on International Drive.
And we will continue to keep our eye on iDrive. For Scott Feist and Virginia Johnson, thank you so much for joining us and watching. Have a good night.
Safe travels.
See you on iDrive.